Hi my beautiful babes, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at. Welcome back everyone. So I realized something the other day is I've never done a welcome video. So, even when I first started, like first started and then kind of stopped, I never did a welcome video to explain to you guys who the heck I am, why I decided to do YouTube or content in the first place. So this will be my welcome video. I know it's a little late, but we're going to do it because I feel like it, honestly, and I just never really told you guys. So today we are going to just be doing a simple look, and I'm just going to be telling you guys about my journey to being a content creator and a beauty enthusiast and all of that stuff. So buckle in and get ready, and let's get started. Alright, so first and foremost, my name is Autumn. I also go by Shif Beauty. It's kind of like my brand name, if that helps. It's just something I came up with because of my last name, and then obviously beauty because I'm a beauty content creator and stuff like that. So that's where all of that came from. I've just kind of decided to go by Autumn, my actual name, a little bit more lately, just because Shif Beauty is just kind of, like I said, it's just kind of a brand name that I came up with, and so, I can go by either. But hi, I'm Autumn. We're gonna be basically, like I said, talking about how I got into what I'm doing, where did it start, where did it come from, and all of this stuff. So like I said, we're gonna be talking about how I got into what I am doing now. If you don't know, my name is Autumn. I also go by Shif Beauty, just kind of like my brand name, but my real name is Autumn. Today I'm gonna be going in with the Katia London primer right here. So that's what I'm gonna be putting on my face. But that, I mean, I go by Autumn, I go by Shif Beauty, it all just depends, but mainly I use Shif Beauty because it's just my brand name. I came up with it because of, like, my last name mixed with beauty because I'm a beauty content creator, so that's how I came up with that. I've always been very fascinated and very much in love with content creating and stuff like that. When I was younger and YouTube and content creating started becoming really big, I want to say it was about 14, maybe 15, somewhere in between there, when gaming videos started becoming big. And I fell in love with watching gaming videos. I am not a gamer. I mean, there's some stuff I'll play, like Lethal Company is one of my favorites right now. But I'm just not a gaming person, but I love gaming videos. And that's kind of where the content first started. I was like, wow, people are posting this on YouTube, Vine, and all of that stuff, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool that you can kind of just create your own stuff. So I actually started out as a fitness content creator. That's where I first started. I was a Beachbody coach. If you've ever heard of Beachbody, I don't knock it, I actually really like it. But I started as a Beachbody coach and being a fitness content creator, which is hilarious because I took a total shift later on because I have always been in love with fashion, beauty, anything like that. I do mix it up because I have my niche is beauty and stuff like that, but I do have a vast variety of hobbies and likes and stuff like that, and a very diverse personality, as you can see in the background. So it just kind of changed and morphed and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filler for my foundation today. But back to what I was saying. So I went from doing, fitness videos and stuff like that. That's where I got a lot of my stuff from. I mainly did it on Facebook for like Facebook friends and stuff like that. I did post on Instagram, but then that's when the whole boom of like beauty influencers started happening. James Charles, Jeffree Star, which is funny because when I was younger, I actually used to watch like the old Jeffree Star videos. That's kind of where like my thing for a like crazy content, really took a turn where it was like, wow, people just post this stuff, like this person just posts this. If you know the old like Jeffree Star videos, you would know. But it started there, and then I saw the big boom of beauty influencers, and I was like, wow, I really enjoy makeup. It's not something at that time I was really talking about, and I really didn't dabble in it. It was just kind of like a fun thing that I like to do. But I realized, I was like, wow, you know what, maybe, because I do like fitness, but it's not like my main thing. What I really love is beauty, makeup, and things in fashion of that sort. So I was like, maybe, just maybe, I should change it up, you know, do something that, you know, brings creativity, because I've always been a very creative person. So I was like, why don't I change it up and try to do beauty stuff? So I started doing that. It wasn't like a full-time thing. I just posted here and there when I did my makeup or did makeup looks. I was still posting fitness content, but I was mixing it up with beauty content. Then at that time I had gotten pregnant with my son that I have now. And so that kind of like ceased for a little bit, you know, if you've had a kid, it kind of like your whole life takes a turn for a total different direction. And I was like, oh, well, this is gonna have to stop here. And my husband ended up getting out of the military, so it was kind of like a big shift in my life and ours. So I kind of stopped doing content creation at that point. So for my highlight and contour, I'll be going in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewinding eraser for my contour, the dark shade, and then I will be going in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I've been using this for years and I still don't remember the name of it, but I'm going with that for my highlight. So that was a big shift in my life and a big change. And then, lo and behold, you know, beauty came back into my life in the form of Younique. If you've never heard of Younique, it is an MLM business and probably one of the best and worst decisions of my entire life. And the reason it was the worst decision is because a lot ended up coming from it, like not really great things came of it. But you know, it still led me to where I am today. So I joined Younique and that was all fine and dandy, you know, I was trying to do the MLM thing and make money that way. Because I really wanted to do something with beauty, but I also, you know, I wanted to help support my family and stuff like that. And so then, in the midst of that, I actually ended up joining a team of MLM girls. So this team, I actually was trying to think about it the other day and I was trying to remember. It kind of sucks because it was a big point in my life, but I was like, what the heck was the name of it? And it's called Team NGU. It finally came to me. But basically, I joined these girls and one of them had a, you know, an idea of like, let's join these together and basically make our own giant business. Now they were doing, I think it was called Vibe. What is it called? Where it's like the shakes to help you lose weight and stuff. I don't remember. It wasn't Herbalife. I don't remember. But they started to do that and I joined them and it was, to say, an experience of a lifetime, more or less. So I joined them and it wasn't, it started out fine and it started out like, you know, we were a sisterhood and things, but then it just slowly became not that, and it was like, who, you know, who could do the most work, who was more useful in this. And as a business aspect, that is actually a good business aspect because you're not going to have people around who are useful, but it became very toxic. Like, let me outdo this person as much as I can to get the eyes of the higher up and basically undermining each other. And it just came to the point that I remember one day I had basically, you know, I've been really depressed and a lot had been going on with my husband and me and having a baby and all of that kind of stuff, and, you know, letting this Team and you take over my life basically. And it came to the point that like I got in trouble per se. I don't really, like I said, it's very blurry and it might be just because I block it out, but I basically got knocked down to a different rank or whatever, that the rank system that we had, and I instantly got sad. I was crying, I was losing my mind, I was so upset because I wanted to be like, you know, the star pupil basically, and I actually had like a full-on mental breakdown. I was so freaking upset. It was terrible. It was honestly the most toxic environment that somebody could create, and we did it all together. We made it that way. It wasn't just, you know, oh, one person over the other. We made it this toxic space that we were in, and it caused a lot of, you know, grief in me. And so then, you know, I had a mental breakdown about that, and it was just like, is this worth doing anymore? Is this worth? And that's where it started, was like, is this bringing any actual value to my life? Is it, you know, creating something for me? Because my whole thing was to create content and to get somewhere, and I was trying to figure out, like, is that what this is doing for me? Then, like I said, I'm not going to go down the full rabbit hole of exactly what happened, for time, and, you know, just because there's bits and pieces that I don't remember, but basically I want to say the highest girl, the girl that started it all, her name was Alex, and she basically, you know, was like the leader of us per se, and so that's who we were trying to like fight with, like not fight her per se, but like try to, you know, please and appease and be at the top and this kind of stuff. And it was, you know, mainly us making it worse, because, you know, at the end of the day we could have just been like, no, we'll work together. Instead it was just a constant battle of trying to be a top. But after that happened, you know, I became more and more in this hole of, oh, I've got to work harder, I've got to do everything, I've got to answer the calls, I've got to do this, got to do that to get my spot back. And at the end of the day it was like, why? It wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't boosting me. It wasn't helping me. It was doing absolutely nothing for me. And so then, you know, after I had another like crying sesh, my husband was basically like, do you think that you want to keep doing this? Like, is this something you want to keep going with? Because it doesn't seem like it's helping you. And finally I came to the realization, I was just like, you know what, it's not. And I went about it in probably the most childish way, which I was like, I'm just gonna ghost all of them. And that's what I did. And I just left the entire thing, never looked back, never really went to go look how the Team NG is doing or any of that kind of stuff. So that was another part of it. But I went from that to realizing, you know what, I don't want to be a part of Unique. I don't want to be a part of Team NGU. I don't want to be a part of really anything except what I want. I want me and my brand to be the main focus. And so that's when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna be an actual content creator and start my own like cycle and everything like that. So then, you know, I started actually becoming like doing what I do now and posting and, you know, working with brands, and it has been a tough battle. It definitely has. If you've ever dabbled in being a content creator, it is a hard thing to do because of, one, the beauty community is so saturated. I did not tell you guys what blush I'm using. I'm using the e.l.f. Camo blush right here. But it's so saturated, so it does get hard, and I, you know, suffer with a lot of like anxiety and, you know, depressions and stuff like that. It's not something, you know, I have talked about it and I'm not afraid to talk about it, but, you know, it's still like, I don't try to dabble on it too much because that's not just me, and that's not my whole personality. You know, I suffered with postpartum depression when my son was born and all of that kind of stuff, and I try to talk about it if someone needs to talk about it, or if I need to, you know, give people hope and things like that, that things get better, which they do. But I try not to make it my whole personality, because for the longest time I thought that's what would, you know, be the greatest thing. It would be my whole personality. I'm like, you know what? No, I don't want to be that. I want to just be Autumn. I want to be Shif Beauty. I want to do this stuff and be happy and make other people happy. And so that's when I started to decide that I wouldn't really talk about it anymore. But I had suffered with a lot of stuff. And so sorry, my dogs are barking. But when I saw, next word. So when I saw that other people were getting all of these brand deals, there was many times that I was like, should I just stop? Should I just not do this anymore? But I've realized over the years, the thing is it's great to have content. It's great to be a content creator. In my eyes, I love doing it. But you have to remember that you are more than likely starting out doing this as a passion, as a thing you like to do. And you have to keep that passion and not worry about, you know, brand deals and all this stuff. As wonderful as it is and as great as it is and all of that stuff, and it is the main goal to get paid. You know, anybody that says, oh, it's not my main goal, it is everybody's main goal. You know, I like making people happy, I like doing beauty content, but my main goal obviously is I want to be able to do this as a full-time thing and make money. And as a dream, it's great, and as an ambition, it's great. But you have to remember that it's not just something that falls in your lap. You don't just wake up one morning and you're just a big content creator. It takes so much time and so much work put into it. That's why my channels have evolved over time, have changed so much, because it was constantly, you know, trying to reamp myself and to do better. And I've been doing it for about I started doing content, like I said, when I was like 18, and I'm 28 now. So it's been a long uphill, downhill battle, but it does take time, and it takes a lot of perseverance to be able to get through. And that's not to say if you don't have perseverance, you can't get through it, or like, you know, oh, discourage people from doing it if you really want to do it. Like, if it's something that has been on your mind, has been a passion of yours for a while, do it. But just understand that it does take, you know, time and sometimes luck with the algorithm and all of that kind of stuff. So there's that. But, you know, I honestly love doing this. Like I said, it's weird now doing YouTube, talking to myself, I think, because, you know, what's funny is, like, talking to a phone for some reason is a lot easier. Like doing TikToks or like stuff like that, talking to a phone is a lot easier than a camera. For some reason, having a camera pointed in my face like this, I feel very weird, and, you know, trying to figure out like how to speak and how to talk. So if I seem a little off, like in some of my first videos, it's just because I'm trying to understand what, you know, how I'm going to do this, like, you know, how am I going to talk to you guys and things like that. I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hill mascara, by the way, just letting you know. So it is a lot different and a big change for me, but I do it. The main thing that I've always wanted to do, whether it does get big, if it doesn't get big, because I understand TikTok is like the main thing right now. But even if it doesn't get big, one of my ambitions in life was to make YouTube videos. Like I said, I used to watch, I still do, gaming videos and things of that sort, and I really just love, you know, sorry, I just love that, you know, on YouTube you can make these long videos and be entertaining, and, you know, I do watch beauty videos, and I think that that's great, and it's so much fun to create that kind of stuff. So I have always had the ambition to do YouTube and to do YouTube videos. But all in all, I mean, I just enjoy being a content creator, but obviously, you know, like I said, I have other things. Also, I am a mom and a wife and things of that sort, so sometimes it does take over more than being a content creator, but I do absolutely enjoy being a content creator. I love making videos, I love getting feedback from people, and I love just having a community and being able to help people smile, maybe do something they like to do. Makeup and beauty to me is very subjective, and I think that, you know, at the end of the day, if it makes you smile, it makes you feel better, it makes you feel, you know, like $1,000,000, I think you should do it. So that's one thing that I've always preached, was like, you know, doing makeup or doing beauty reviews or any of that kind of stuff that I do. I want somebody to look at that and just be like, oh, I want to try that and feel like amazing and feel wonderful, because, you know, obviously I do when I wear makeup. And so that's something I really enjoy doing and putting into my videos with you guys, and with TikTok and with Instagram. It's something that I also strive for. So now you guys have learned a little bit about me, and I welcome you guys to my Shif Beauty channel. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was just kind of a long spiel about, you know, me and everything like that, but I hope it helps you guys kind of get a grasp of who I am and for further videos. So that's really it. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for your love and support. You can always check me out, like I said, on TikTok and Instagram, all of those socials. It's the same name throughout, Shif Beauty. If you liked this video, please leave a like and, you know, leave a comment, leave me some feedback. And also hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you guys don't miss any more videos. And I think that's it. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.